Hi YouTube, so I'm back with another video of week 4 and we are approaching day 3 of week 4 today. So for lunch we will have vegetable beef soup and for dinner we will have sweet potato and corn stew. So let me go ahead and look at the ingredients for our vegetable beef soup. So this is a serving for 4 people, or the ingredients that she mentions here and the measurements, it's to serve 4 people. So we're going to need 1 tablespoon of olive oil, 8 ounces of extra lean ground beef, 1 leek, only the green parts, obviously washed and chopped, 1 carrot, peeled and chopped, 1 fennel bulb, cored and chopped. I would say if you're going to do it for 4 people, 1 fennel bulb like this, a small one, would be fine. I'm preparing mine for 2 people and I took half of this fennel bulb. And in my opinion, that's enough. 1 cup of halved green beans. I don't have green beans today, so I'm just not going to use the green beans. 7 cups of poultry broth. I did not make poultry broth. I make vegetable broth, so that's what I will be using. 1 teaspoon of dry thyme. I'm not gonna use dry thyme because I don't like thyme. And half a teaspoon of sea salt. That's it. So let's start with our vegetable beef soup. And also for the 8 ounces of ground beef, I'm probably gonna keep 8 ounces because I know my husband is a big eater and he would like to have a great portion of beef in his soup. So we're gonna start with a tablespoon of olive oil. I will start on high heat. So you have to wait for this to simmer before you add your ground beef. So the ground beef is in. Now I'm also going to put in the carrots, the fennel, the leeks, and just let it simmer together. She does not say we have to wait until the beef is brown, nothing like that. We can go ahead and put in our fennel, carrots, and our leek. So this we have to cook now for 5 minutes, and after that we will add our broth, our green beans, if you have green beans, your thyme, if you want to use thyme. Like I said, I'm not going to put thyme in this. You always want to make sure when you use dense or root vegetables that you cut them the same dimensions so that they can cook evenly and at the same speed. Because if some of your carrots or even potatoes are bigger and thicker than another piece, it will not cook at the same rate. So now I'm gonna add my salt. I think it's just half a teaspoon. And we're going to add, I would say 3 cups of broth. I'm gonna add 4 cups. Okay, so now we're going to let it simmer. And we're going to reduce our heat to medium. Not medium high, to medium, okay? She's so funny always. She always says, just simmer it now for 5 minutes. Since when does soup cook in 5 minutes? I know you already have your broth and it's basically just the veggies that needs to soften, but still, I mean, I don't think my vegetables will be soft in 5 minutes, especially those carrots. So yeah, that's it. And while this is simmering, so this is gonna be lunch, I will now continue with dinner. I have already prepped everything for dinner, and this is what's important about all these recipes and basically the diet. Cooking can be a lot because you have to prep everything and then you have to cook. So you're gonna like maybe just the cooking part or the prepping part. For me, I just like the cooking part. The prepping part sometimes, yeah, when I'm in the mood for it, yes, of course. But to prep every day, it's very, very strenuous. So let's start with our dinner. What I meant to say is that if everything's prepared, you can cook dinner at the time you cook lunch. It's probably your best bet instead of just cooking lunch and then starting dinner later on. You just want to get the whole cooking out of the way. But if you want to cook it separately, that's up to you. Alright guys, our soup is done. So now for the tasting. Moment of truth, right? Let's see what it tastes like. So before we taste, let me just tell you what I did. I added some cilantro, seeing that I don't like the thyme. So in the place of the cilantro, I don't like the smell of meat, please. It's horrible. I hate the smell of meat, honestly, but I have to eat it. But in the place of the thyme, I added cilantro. And then I added some lemon zest. I grated one lemon zest, the zest of one lemon, and I added some in the soup, and now I'm gonna sprinkle some more. Hopefully it will, or the smell, sorry. Well, if you're not used to eating meat products, especially red meat, it's very, very, the smell is just sometimes so harsh. I'm scared to eat the soup even. Ooh, all smells like meat. It really tastes like meat as well. This is gonna be very tough for me to eat. Today I'm struggling. Oh, God. I'm scared. Love, can you come and try the soup, please? So my husband is gonna try the soup for you because for some reason I feel nauseous just by the smell of it. I know I had to eat other meat prior to this, but this is just, it's the smell. It's like meat. Sorry, I'm pulling my face. Just taste and then you let them know what the soup came out to be. Come closer. And be quick, the thing is going to die. Oh. Don't slurp.
What you gonna let me just eat? Or you gonna tell me how to do everything?
What is... How's the meat? Is it good?
The meat's alright. It's just, it's really herby. Like...
Yeah, I added cilantro.
There's not much flavor to it. Other than...
herbs?
Yeah.
I think it's because of the fennel bulb. So he says it's very herby. And I think it's because of the fennel bulb. He cannot really taste... Can you taste the cilantro and the...
Yeah, I can taste the cilantro and everything. It's just... I don't have the... There's no savoriness to it.
Oh, goodness. There's no savoriness to it?
No, it seems bland. Other than the herbiness and then the taste of the meat.
And I know that if we had to add more salt to it, it will, of course, give the soup much more flavor. But I've experienced this each and every time with a dish because we're not supposed to eat a lot of salt. So just a little bit of salt and it just tastes very bland. Like you said, he tastes all the herbs and it's good, but it's just that bit of salt, an extra bit of salt is going to do the trick. So my husband took the soup off my hands. I guess I'm not gonna eat the soup because it is just too meaty. It just smells too much like meat. He says, yeah, it smells like meat, but he's a meat lover. It just makes him hungry. And so he's eating the soup. Yeah, he loves it. He says it's great. So there you have it, folks. So there you have it, guys, for lunch. Like my husband said, the soup is good, but it lacks salt. And I think also that's why the smell maybe comes out so much, in my opinion, because it really needs more salt to subdue that smell. I mean, I've eaten beef before, and you've seen me eaten even a piece of steak, and I really like that. But that was fried. This time it's boiled in the soup, and I think the smell just comes out more. So according to my husband, it's great, but it needs more salt. But in our case, we cannot add more salt. We have to stick to the recipe. I'm not sure if I'm going to eat it because it makes me nauseous, honestly. I see if I try, but just the smell, oh goodness, it just makes me nauseous. So that's it for the soup. Thank you once again for watching. Like, subscribe, share with your family. Try it and let me know how you feel about this soup. Maybe if you're a meat eater, it won't bother you so much, the smell, but that smell really, really bothers me. It just makes me nauseous. On that note, thank you for your support. Till next time. So this is sweet potato and corn stew. So again, we're gonna use a tablespoon of olive oil, and I start on high heat. A tablespoon of olive oil. You're gonna need 1 leek, again only the green parts. 2 cups of spinach. So if you have frozen spinach, you probably have to defrost and drain it. And 1 medium sweet potato, peeled, cut in 1/2 inch cubes. I have white sweet potato. I don't have the orange one. 1/2 cup of canned or frozen corn. 3 cups of simple vegetable broth. 2 teaspoons of cornstarch and 1 teaspoon of dried cumin. 1/2 teaspoon of sea salt. 1 cup of lactose-free non-plain yogurt. 1/2 cup of chopped cilantro and 1/2 teaspoon of grated lime zest. So we start with our olive oil. Now we're going to add our leeks. So they want the leeks to cook for 5 minutes. If you do not have lactose-free yogurt, always keep a can of coconut cream in your fridge, especially this one. This one is really nice. It thickens up very easily. And another thing I like about this container, you don't need a can opener because it has its own, it's like a soda that you just rip open. Now we want to add our spinach, and I decrease my heat to medium high. You also want to add your sweet potato, corn, 1/2 cup. So now we're going to deal with our cornstarch. We need 2 teaspoons or 2 teaspoons of cornstarch. Where's the teaspoon? And 3 cups of broth, vegetable broth. Plus you want to add salt and your cumin. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. That's I'm just gonna sprinkle it there right in there. And also 1 teaspoon of dried cumin. And you need enough broth because you have to cook those sweet potatoes until it's soft. Now I'm going to turn my heat to medium, and I am going to cover my pan. And this you need to cook for 10 minutes. Usually I cook it longer. It just depends on the veggies. If my sweet potatoes, which is the toughest veggie in there, is soft, then I will turn off my heat. But if not, of course you have to cook it longer. So guys, once the sweet potatoes are soft, I will add yogurt or my cream, in my case coconut cream, cilantro and lime zest. That's the only other ingredients that goes into the stew after, of course, the sweet potatoes are soft. Well, on that note, I hope you have gotten some value out of this video. If so, click the like button, subscribe, share it with your friends and family, try out the recipes, and let me know how yours panned out. Leave a comment, and remember to be kind, to be thoughtful when you leave a comment. I do not want any drama and fighting on this channel. Really, the world is just we're in such a weird place right now, so let's not add fuel to the fire for unnecessary reasons. I am just trying to connect with you on this level and share information. So if you don't agree with me, or for some reason, I don't know, whatever you feel, just if you don't agree, you don't agree. It's fine. Then the channel is not for you. This journey is not for you to follow. That's all I'm asking. Once again, thank you for supporting and thank you for watching. Your support is highly appreciated. So guys, lunch is not lunch, dinner is also done, and we're going to give it a taste. The last bits that I've done is excuse me, adding the coconut cream, which just melted because there is no like yogurt cultures in it to probably keep it together. And I added this cilantro as well. So let's give this a taste. So those are the only two ingredients, the last two ingredients that I folded in the dish. I would say anytime, go ahead and add that coconut cream, the cilantro, um, the coconut cream. Oh, I forgot the lime zest. So let's just sprinkle it over here. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. But the cilantro and the coconut and the corn, it brings the dish beautifully together. The flavors comes out. It actually brings out the flavor of the spinach so beautifully. I love all these flavors together. It works very, very well together. Please try this. This is one of my favorites. And I didn't think much of it. I didn't think I was gonna like it. It is so good. And I'm sure if you even add green beans, it's just going to be even better, because you know the green beans is just going to take the flavors of your corn, your cilantro, and your coconut cream. I don't know how it is with yogurt. Of course, you can try it and leave me a comment. Let me know how that pans out. And every time, guys, with the lime zest, I am really not for lime zest, because you cannot taste the lime zest. It's not like lemon zest. Lemon zest, you can taste that flavors and you can taste how it brings a dish beautifully together. But with lime zest, nothing. It's almost like it doesn't exist in the dish. How disappointing. And I'm actually happy that I used white sweet potatoes and not the orange ones, because the orange ones are very, very sweet in my opinion. The white ones are not so sweet. So when we roast sweet potatoes, we have sweet potatoes with potatoes, because the sweet potatoes, the white sweet potatoes, does not have that amount of sugar like the orange ones. And the same for this dish. And it works very, very well with this dish. And also it doesn't cook soft and mushy as quickly as the orange one. So try the white ones. I would suggest the white ones and not the orange ones. I mean, if you're going to use the orange ones, your dish will be finished quicker, because the orange ones, they just soften quicker than the white ones. But think about how it's going to work with all the ingredients in your dish. Excuse me. You do not want a dish that's too sweet, because otherwise it's just I don't know if you like sweet. I'm not a sweet person, I'm a savory person. So on that note, yummy. I love this. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. Till next time.